Following on from my previous video blog about the perfect storm and how businesses were going to cope with some of the potential downturn in some of the economy, today there has been a report issued by PricewaterhouseCoopers who predicts a healthy and positive future for the next 5 to 10 years and even for the next 50 years. So who's right? Well, as we know from recent elections and the Brexit predictions, etc., we know that trying to predict the future outcome of any event is more of an art now than a science, with the majority of the pollsters and predictions being far from the truth. But what do we know for sure? We know for sure that businesses will still operate in the future. Some will succeed and some will fail. The strong ones normally succeed because they've got all their pillars of operating in place. The ones that fail either fail through some fault that is outside of their control or because they haven't taken the necessary precautions as a business. Whatever the state of the business, my belief is that all businesses should be looking at some of their pillars of their operating procedures. That's not to say that some of the things I discuss now are all the pillars, but I believe that these are some of the fundamental ones. For example, should all businesses be looking on a regular basis at their sales income, where those sales come from? Is the customer base likely to be around for the future? Is the customer base likely to change? Are they forecasting, predicting consumer changes and consumer preferences to enable them to be flexible enough to meet those changes and those demands? People within the organisation. Have they got the right people doing the right thing? Have they got a pipeline of talent coming through to replace people that may not be up to the task? Have they got a pipeline of people coming through the business to ensure that they can start pushing the processes and pushing the norms that they currently have to ensure that they're robust enough for future operations? Looking at the competition, what are the competition doing? How are they doing it? How are they impacting on the market that they're competing in? Are they doing things that they should adopt? Are they doing things that they shouldn't adopt? Let your competitors make the mistakes, therefore it doesn't cost you. And lastly, I believe they should all be looking at operating costs. Again, I've discussed this in previous blogs, but I believe that a lot of businesses fundamentally always accept costs as a given. I believe you should regularly challenge those. However, the one thing that I have come across in my experience dealing with a multitude of companies, both private and public, is the advantages they get from people who are employed from external resource to come in and have a fresh eyes look at things. Unfortunately, if you always do what you always do, you're always going to get what you've always got.